Border Patrol agents are chasing smugglers around the clock. Last year, in fact, they captured 300,000 undocumented immigrants along the southwest border alone. I spent a weekend with agents on the border as we came face to face with smugglers.
The United States Border Patrol is the most assaulted law enforcement agency in the country.
We were there with Assistant Chief Gabriel Acosta watching for smugglers.
So right now they're coming up to this road that we're on.
So this is, you said, Highway 83?
Yeah.
We pulled up just as agents walked out of the woods with 6 people. Acosta thinks an experienced smuggler is hiding within the group.
At one point, our agents saw the group jogging.
Smugglers, he says, work for the cartel.
So these 4 are related.
All 4 of them,
Yes,
all the women.
All the women are related. Past experiences, the guy with the beanie is
The smuggler.
most likely the guy.
The next night, it was a different story. So you found them hiding right here?
Yes, right here in the brush. Right in here, underneath this tree, there's a trail that leads to the river.
Another busy night for agents. While some of them were working on 2 different groups, we were advised that a 3rd agent had just made another arrest involving 3 people who were found hiding in this area.
A lot of people have a bad view of what Border Patrol does, but they don't see what the agents go through day in and day out. I do understand that there's a lot of people coming across just because they're looking for a better life, but we recently apprehended a subject who was wanted for murder.
From here, they were going to get picked up in a vehicle and go to a stash house. They have people in these deplorable conditions. No running water. You know, they may get placed into the back of a tractor trailer.
Outside the San Antonio Walmart, 38 people were found in a sweltering semi-truck, and 10 of them did not survive.
What we're trying to do is prevent that from happening. Prevent from what happened in San Antonio from happening again.
And actually, while I was in Laredo shooting that story, agents also rescued 76 undocumented immigrants from the back of another tractor trailer. This is the kind of thing that happens all the time. Now, the majority of the undocumented immigrants who cross over come from Central America. And what's interesting, recently, they're actually seeing an increase from Bangladesh. So tonight at 10 o'clock, I'm going to have an in-depth look at the technology agents are using on the border, whether it works, and if a border wall is actually needed down there.
And Sarah, you were mentioning to me that you've done ride-alongs with local sheriff's offices, police departments, even the U.S. Marshal, but you've never done one with Border Patrol. So I'm curious to know, what did you think about that experience?
It was very intense, and I think part of it is you never know what you're coming up on. You know, there's 1 minute we're sitting next to the agents and we're just talking and doing an interview, and the next we're getting called to a scene, and you never know who's about to come out of those bushes. And if you've seen the terrain there, it's very bushy, it's very dark, and they're having to deal with, you know, so many obstacles down there. It was definitely very intense, to say the least, but also emotional, because now you're coming face to face with people that, like you heard the agents say, you know, some are criminals, but there's also a lot of people who are coming here to get a better life. And so that's one of those things that just kind of tugs at you a little bit.
Yeah, different perspective when you go down there, that's for sure.
Definitely.
All right, let's send